And welcome back to AFL Waverley, a top game of football, as indeed expected by the very good crowd here. Adelaide kicking 4 goals, 3 in that quarter. They sort of got moving, and in fact they headed St Kilda, but the Saints bounced back. 2 quick goals by Russell Morris, restored the equilibrium, and again they lead by 15 points as they did at quarter time. Down there on the boundary line, or in fact in the rooms, the St Kilda rooms, is Michael Roberts. What's going on there?
Well, thanks, Peter. And walking up the race, they're a bit of a quiet lot, actually, sitting down, actually relaxing, trying to get their breather back because it was a red-hot first half. It was interesting to note that Brian Wilson, a few of the older campaigns, had a fair bit to say when they first walked in. But they've got to win possession. They're really turning the ball over a lot, and a lot of the players are a little bit critical with each other because they were turning it over, especially running into the forward line. Shell-shocked, the Saints were shell-shocked early, but to their credit, they really fought back, and they're here to win. And they're going to play a fair second half, that's for sure. They're here to win the match. A couple of injuries to report. Russell Morris, a bit of a sore right elbow, and Stephen Newport has got some calf problems, but should be right for the second half. OK, Michael, it promises to be a pretty good half of football. The Saints leading by 15 points at the main change.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Stones. You can get all your football action here on Channel 7.
Welcome back to Waverley. The first half, 15 points the difference, 6-9 to 4-6 at the change as the Crows come back onto the ground. And St Kilda already out there doing some stretching exercises just prior to the third quarter. A couple of reminders, big action happening tomorrow, the NASCAR and OSCAR event at Calder, Sunday, March 3. Check your local guides for details of coverage in your state. And more motor racing action coming up tomorrow week too, when we go down to Simmons Plains in Launceston. It's round 2 of the Shell Australian Touring Car Championship. Again, check your local guide for details of coverage. Incidentally, Adelaide fans might be wondering why we didn't go to the Crows room before. The Crows have made it known through official channels that this year they would rather we didn't bring our cameras and any of the commentators into the rooms at half-time. That's their wish, and we will abide by it. They said maybe next year things will be different. So that's the reason that we were not in the Crows rooms with our cameras when we went to St Kilda's rooms. Well, Crows had the job ahead, Bernie, but I think a couple of positive signs in that second quarter when they actually hit the front.
Yes, Pete, well, they did hold their own in that second quarter. At least they're still only 15 points down. They're 15 points down at quarter time, still 15 points down at half time. I think St Kilda have had many opportunities on their forward line. They wouldn't be happy with that. I don't think Kenny Shelton would be, especially their kicking for goal. Brian Wilson missed a few opportunities. They've had the ball on the forward line on many occasions, most of the play, and yet they're only 15 points in front. So there were positive signs for the Crows. They started to get into open spaces on occasions, and when they do that, they look a very dangerous side.
There's young David Pittman, who, although he hasn't had a lot of kicks or touches, just a couple of things he's done, you know, give him 12 months, he'll be a pretty good player, that young kid. I like the way a few times he got down into the back line and helped his key position backman out.
I like the look of Bartlett too, Peter. He's really stuck to his guns at fullback on Stewie Lowe.
I think you and I thought he was going to be slaughtered at one stage, but he did pretty well in that second quarter.
Second half from Waverley, 4-6 to 6-9, 15 points in favour of St Kilda, and that was the difference at quarter time. Kitchke loses out to McDermott, throws the ball back to Pittman, who got nailed. McGuinness, Kitchke taps it out. That's on the shoulder, or is it a bounce? It's the latter option, taken by umpire Peter Cameron, and it will be bounced just off the edge of the centre circle. All in this time. McDermott, McAdam, Dwyer, boot the ball very quickly. Lindsay and Morris. Morris trapped with it underneath him. Russell Morris not too happy. Smart. Oh, that is a great mark by Lindner, who spent the first half on the bench. He's kicked a half forward, tried to find Hodges, who's been well held so far by Danny Frawley, the man in front. And, oh, gee, is that deliberate? Pretty close. I'm sure had it been a football park, they would have brought the house down. Not so here. 50 metres out, boundary throwing. Danny Frawley has done a good job tonight. Limited opportunities for Hodges. Shanahan in front. Craven. A bounce. just inside 50. Klug hands the ball back.
He's doing some good heavy work up that half-forward line, Pete. Klug.
Did well against Geelong too, Pete, didn't he? Certainly one of their better players, Jarman. Now a chance for them again. McGuinness taking the hand pass from Klug. Oh, he's just about nailed. Oh, how did he get his kick into that?
Oh, amazing play there by Tony McGuinness to actually get his boot to the ball.
Kelly
laying flat out on his side there when he kicked that ball.
Kelly will kick from right on 50 against this slight southerly breeze.
Matthew Kelly's got a bit of a lookalike Robert Harvey, the St Kilda player. You don't agree, Bernie, or you do?
I do agree, Pete. Very much alike.
There's a kick from 50 metres. They could do with one here, the Crows, but they've missed.
Slightly taller though, isn't it?
Yes, a little bit bigger.
Surprising, Peter Maynard's been moved on to Stewie Lowe and Bartlett's gone to full back.
Oh, look at that kick of McGuinness. That was brilliant play. He is a really top-class footballer, Tony McGuinness, and Footscray will miss him this year. There's Grant Laurie to the half-back line. It was Craven getting it on to McAdam. Dwyer. Oh, he was tackled hard. Here's Jarman. Beautiful skills to half-forward. Kane Taylor has nearly lost this to Hart. Hart in after it. Tapping it on in front of him. Lindner. Can't keep it in play, and over the line it goes at half-forward. It'll be a good clash, that. David Grant and Bruce Lindner. They're both high flyers. 6'9", plays 4'7". Kitschke taps it down. Lindner playing for the free kick. There's Nathan Burke with a quick hand pass. Coughlin at the centre of the pack. Now Kitschke. Taken away by Hocking. A high one. Hodges versus Frawley. Who will win out? Punched away by Frawley, but here's a chance. Tregenza. Banana kick. Brings it back, but it just misses. So the Crows in everything at the moment. Good play by Tregenza. Good thinking. 4'8". Plays 6'9". Michael Taylor and Graham Corns looking on. Danny Frawley having a great battle down there with Hodges. He kicks looking for McAdam. Backup support from Grant, who he might have put this out in the full, or was it out before he kicked it? Let's have a look at the boundary umpire. I think he'll throw it in.
Crows doing most of the attacking so far in the third quarter. Early days yet, only 3 minutes gone. Klug and Kitschke. At the back is Craven. Kelly to McGuinness after it came from McDermott initially. Taylor. It's going to St Kilda.
Got him there. Got him there.
Shanahan.
I'll call you. You're right on it.
Who earlier in his league career was at Fitzroy. No mark paid. A little stack up out there on centre wing. 14 is Craven. Stewie Lowe. Started brilliantly. He's kicked
McGuinness limping
goal.
Peter, rather badly there.
Well, he was telling us before the game he did have a slight problem in his Achilles. Let's hope it's not that. They can be very hard to throw off. This is Smart. Cracker in pursuit. Gets it out to Bartlett. Goes to the boundary line. Oh, straight to Harding from Thompson. Smart. Harvey tracks it over the boundary line.
Out in the fall.
So Smart to take the free kick at left half-back flank for the Crows. Kicks to centre wing.
Oh, free kick surely.
Had to be.
Pittman landing rather heavily.
It's dragged off that one, Pittman.
And it goes to McDermott, and McDermott goes long down towards left half forward flank.
Oh, another free kick to Lindner. Oh, not paid. I thought Grant was straight into his back then. Taken away by Kane Taylor. Centre wing. Pittman again said to himself, I couldn't take the mark. Backup support from Marshall, who's a brilliant player. Marshall to half forward. They need someone to take a mark. Grant is the flyer, and the umpire's paid that.
Bit lucky to be paid that. He didn't drag that in, hit the ground.
And David Grant at half back for the Saints. He and Lindner having a good battle. Russell Morris. Low onto Dwyer. Danger here for the Crows. Dwyer swinging around on the left foot. Thumped away. Pittman taps it on. That was good play. Tregenza. Marshall. Now he's got plenty of space. Marshall, a low trajectory drop punt to the half forward line and Klug. Good play by Kelly. Over to Hocking. Hocking the long one. Oh, they've got two options here, and the mark has been taken by Lindner. That was excellent football, Bernie.
Yes, and the bloke that set that up again, a little fellow again, Eddie Hocking, with a little bit of pace into the forward line. He certainly can break up a defence with his pace. And penetrating kicking. He's a real goer.
Well, Bruce Lindner started off on interchange.
He's livened things up down there a bit already, hasn't he?
Certainly has. And
Tim Pekin being replaced by Jason Daniels, his first run for the night.
well, this will really lift them if Bruce Lindner can kick this goal from directly in front. Kick straight through it. I think it's a goal. Yes, it is.
38-45. Lindner's first goal, and he's certainly livened proceedings up down there in their forward line. Knocked down by Pittman, and that'll be a free kick to McDermott. Over to Lindsay. Lindsay still inside the square, but the Crows looking a lot better in the early stages of the third quarter. If they can get another goal here, it's really going to put the pressure on St Kilda. Grant paddles the ball further forward, but here they come again. Frawley and Hodges. Mark or free kick, whatever.
It's a bit strong for Hodges at the moment.
It might be worthwhile a change because Frawley has kept Hodges goalless.
Shanahan marking in front of Klug. Just up from the right back pocket. Russell Morris, the target, has it knocked away by Lindsay. On the end of it, McAdam. Dwyer, who's playing excellent football. Back to McAdam, right on the boundary line. St Kilda goes forward. Haven't done too much this quarter. Lowe, back in the thick of things. Started brilliantly. Stewie Lowe. Long kick. Wilson. Great grab. So, shades of what happened in the first quarter with Lowe and Wilson both starring. Wilson gets along with it pretty quickly. Harding's first goal. And just the tonic for the Saints, as the Crows were really putting the pressure on them. 7-9 to 5-8.
Well, a valuable lesson there for the Crows. You just cannot afford to relax for one moment, because the defenders a little bit disappointed there that Wilson was able to take that mark. They stood around and let him go back. Harding raced into the goal square. Good play by Brian Wilson. He went back quickly, didn't waste time, moved the ball on, but bad defence by the Crows.
Pittman against Kitski. Kitski, well, he's bumped off the ball, but here's McAdam. Hand pass back over his head. The players wrestle for the ball, and Peter Cameron will bounce. It's still anyone's game. The Crows certainly not out of it. They only trail by 13 points. Oh, that could have been a free kick to Pittman. Umpire said that they're both pushing and shoving. Here's Kelly tapping it on to Jarman. Very rarely wastes the kick, Jarman. Grant couldn't take the mark. Here's a chance now for Lindner from 40 metres. A high floating kick. Did it sneak in? No. Just missed to the right. Lindner proving fairly dangerous down there. I'm a little bit with you, Bernie. I'm surprised that he was off the field for so long. Oh, there's a decent shiner on the face of just under the left eye of Dean Rice.
Seems to have bad luck out here at VFL Park, doesn't he? Cop one against the Eagles, and again tonight, Kitschke, a juggled mark.
Out of it, out of it!
Umpire says he held it long enough. He's rucked pretty well tonight. Lindsay at the back takes the mark. Oh, the umpire says he infringed to push out Russell Morris to take the free kick. Morris with 2 goals to his credit so far. And he goaled after the Crows had hit the front of the second quarter. Harvey misses the mark. Dwyer, good backup support. Dwyer to McAdam. McAdam goes short. And the mark is taken by Laurie, moving down well from defence. Grant Laurie, who can kick the ball a country mile. He should be able to get the distance.
You're right, you're right.
He's gone short. Looking for Lowe, and he finds him.
Yes, Pete, he could have made the distance, no doubt, there from that range. Grant Laurie only about 50 metres out, which is not a long way for him. And Stewie Lowe making a positive lead and honoured by Grant Laurie. Good play by Grant Laurie. He can lead with confidence with when Grant Laurie has the ball.
8 marks so far to Stewie Lowe.
Looks like he'll get his normal double figures in the marking department, Pete.
Without any trouble at all.
Every week.
Stuttering run up. Curls around for a goal.
Kilda lead the Adelaide Crows by 3 goals. So it's important that the Crows get the next goal if they're to be in this game. There's Pittman. Shanahan trying to soccer it off the ground. Harding, oh, well done. Kicks it about 40 metres straight to the hands of Brian Wilson. Now Wilson will look for the short one. Yes, here it is. The lead has been made to the pocket, and going back to take the mark is Robert Harvey.
They've been prepared to run the Saints because Harvey was the player that shepherded when Harding kicked that one off the ground, and there he is bobbing up in the forward pocket to take the pass from Brian Wilson.
Very, very promising ruck rover. Robert Harvey, also a talented district cricketer here in Melbourne. A low trajectory drop punt. He's missed. And you could hear the sighs from the outer of St Kilda supporters. 8-10 plays 5-9. As Alan Bartlett about to bring the ball back into play.
More here than his 300 or 400 game namesake, hasn't he? KB, Pittman taps it forward. Good tackle by Dwyer. Ball spills free. Craven gets offloaded. Harding, high kick to the advantage of no one really. The ball bouncing in front of McAdam and Dwyer. And Craven, as I said, did get offloaded. And how? He pulled up a little bit sore. Throw-in is at right half forward for St Kilda. Pittman and Morris. At the back is Marshall. Good knock on by Jimmy Cracker. He's moving okay now, Craven. Sets that up for a goal and has missed to the near side, only one behind. Still grimacing though in pain. 5-9 to 8-11, and subsequently, or consequently, we might see a change shortly as Rice warms up. Alan Bartlett, this time bringing the ball to the member stand side. Good high kick, travels 55 metres. At the back is Smart. Now he's got a chance to pick it up and flick out the hand pass. On the end of it is Lindsay. Ball bounces kindly for Marshall. And the Crows build on this. Long kick down to Lindner. Puts the foot out and takes the mark.
I think he's paying a free kick against Lindner. Oh, that's a tough decision.
Ooh, well,
maybe a little bit early, but
that's protecting yourself.
It is one for what's your decision, isn't it?
Yeah, interesting that one.
The 50-metre penalty.
He did stick the ball, the foot out very early to keep Grant out of the contest.
Well, if he hadn't have done that, he would have been knocked rotten.
Grant. St Kilda aided by that 50-metre penalty. Punch away by Maynard. On the end of the hand pass is Jimmy Cracker. It came from Craven. No, that was too high. You can't argue with that. Thompson won't really try. Dwyer to take the free kick, and he's directly in front of goal, but over 50 metres out.
Oh. No doubt about that free kick to Mick Dwyer. Now he loves the short pass too, but on this occasion, well, he's 55 metres out, so he might go the short one if the lead's on. No, he's going to elect to go long, but it won't quite make the distance. Where's Lowe? He's still there at the back. Stewie Lowe on the left foot. Has missed. So the big man went for the miraculous, and it didn't come off. 8-12. Plays 5-9. The short one comes out to Lindsay. Really haven't capitalised enough up forward, the Crows. Marshall. He's looking for someone to give it to, but he's a pretty cool, calm and collected customer. Here's Klug running back with the flight. That was a good play. Hocking, can he control it? Yes, he can. He's caught. Gets in a quick hand pass. Well done. Another hand pass comes to Klug. That came across from McIntyre. Eventually they go forward, the Crows. Oh, a big knock on. Who's got the pace? Tregenza racing after it. So does Grant. Tregenza leads in the race, and eventually the ball is forced over the line. Half forward for the Crows, and they need a couple of quick goals.
Certainly do, Pete. They've been within striking distance, but just not able to go on with it.
Pittman on the bench. Harding goes the punch. There's a free kick. Paul Harding, late start of this year. Dean Rice. It's offloaded by Hodges. After he kicked it, perhaps the advantage played to St Kilda. Frawley. Daniels at the edge of the square. Daniels straight down the centre of the ground. In the road is McIntyre. To get it moving quickly. On the end of it this time, Maynard. Short pass. Tregenza. Daniels stands the mark. The first half of the match against Geelong on the bench. He's been on the ground most of tonight. and done fairly well. Morris, straight in the middle of his back from McDermott.
Giving away a lot of free kicks, the Crows.
Well, they're getting to the ball second, and that's a problem, Pete. St Kilda putting their bodies in and earning the free kicks.
Russell Morris has kicked 2 goals. Smart was the high flyer. Ball thumped up towards McGuinness. And McGuinness's kick is high towards half forward. Klug getting underneath it.
Well, Klug battling hard there. There's Hart. Tapped it away with the one hand. Kay Taylor takes front position. Well done. Hand pass finds Shanahan. Shanahan on the left foot. Looking for Harvey. Can he get there? He can. He's got the pace, Robert Harvey. Danger now for the Crows. The short pass is a bad one towards half forward. And it will be a throw-in. I don't know what Brian Wilson was appealing for then, Bernie.
I felt that he'd been held behind play. I'm not sure, Pete.
There's Robert Harvey. Really have got some talented players, St Kilda. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with this year. 8-12 plays 5-9. McIntyre. Mick Dwyer. Did he have the ball? Now, holding the ball. Umpire now paying the advantage. Tony McGuinness. Klug. He's worked hard, John Klug. He's impressed me tonight. Done a lot of the ruck work on the forward line. Here's Lindner and Grant. Punched away by Grant. Backup support from Rice. Ooh. Oh, free kick. Round the neck. Oh, boy.
That's a disgraceful decision.
Almost had his head knocked off.
That's a terrible decision.
McDermott to Klug. Here's a free kick, a push in the back, and it is going the way of Klug. But what about that tackle round the head?
Well, I don't know what the umpire could have been thinking of. Let's have a look. McDermott.
Oh.
Right around the neck, fair and square.
How could you miss that? Here's Klug from 45 metres. They need a goal. They need it badly. Taking his time. More kicks long. Will it float in for a goal? It might have just got in. Yes, a goal.
And again, 15 points the difference, as it has been roundabout for most of the night. Harding against McIntyre. McIntyre wins it. Rice first to get there for St Kilda. Can't handle. McDermott flung to the ground that time.
It's got a couple of promising ruckmen, the Crows.
Say that. McIntyre, eh?
McIntyre and Pittman.
They've both done well.
Got a big leap, McIntyre.
Yes, quite impressive.
Bounce doesn't favour him here. It favours Harding, who bolos it about 20 metres further downfield. Gets it back to Daniels. Touch play on as the umpire calls. Harding from a standing start. Offloaded. Tregenza gets the front position. Actually did some good shepherding. And the mark taken by Kelly. Gets it back to Tregenza. Onto McIntyre. McIntyre just wide of the circle. Grant sets himself. Klug does well. Thought about the hand pass. Burke the tackle. Ineffective. McGuinness battles doggedly with Nathan Burke. On top is Kane Taylor as well. And what's Peter Cameron going to do here?
I think he'll have to bounce it, Pete, but that was a great opportunity for the Crows to kick a goal. But Klug, terrible hand pass, put it behind Tony McGuinness, and that allowed the Saints defenders time to come in and apply the pressure.
His kick would have been handy. Klug, again, off bad hand pass. This time Marshall, I think, was intended to be on the end of it. He did well to finally get a hand pass out himself. McDermott, long kick, and just touched right on the line by Nathan Burke. So 14 points the difference in favour of St Kilda. 46-60 and under 4 minutes left in what has been an action-packed third quarter. So it sets it up well for a pretty exciting final term.
And they're hanging in there well, the Crows. They're doing pretty... They can't shake them off, St Kilda. They're looking pretty dangerous. There's Tregenza now. Whose free kick is that? Down the way of St Kilda, holding the man on Jason Daniels. And another 50-metre penalty. I think he ran across the mark then. That
was Eddie Hocking. Yes, he did. He was following his man, Nathan Burke. And straight in front of Jason Daniels.
And there's the kick to the half-forward line. Oh, good mark. A top mark by Maynard. Rodney Maynard. He's got the job on low. He's giving away a few centimetres. Oh, it could be in trouble here. Oh, dangerous play. Smart, though, is good enough. Give it across to a pretty mobile Peter McIntyre. Good pass to finds Thompson. Chance now. Oh, beautiful kick to a 65-metre drop punt up towards the forward line. Chance for Hodges. Did he push Frawley out? He's got it, Hodges. Can he kick a goal? Round on the right foot. Hooks it back. Hocking, yes. Now he can run into the open goal and tap it through. Another one to the Crows.
Dunstall, Kernahan, Brereton, Anderson, McGuinness, Platten, Ablett, Lockett. If you want to see the best football this season, don't miss out. Get your seat behind the Adelaide Crows. Your own individually numbered reserve seat for the entire Adelaide season. Season reserve seats start at just $95 and home match season tickets only $63. To get your number, call this number or call in at Football Park West Lakes and fly with the Adelaide Crows in 1991.
Hockey's first goal, and the Crows 7 goals kicked by 7 different players now. Just over 3 minutes remaining before three-quarter time. 8 points the difference. And Adelaide really putting St Kilda under a lot of pressure. Harding taps down. Filkey gets overrun. Pure weight of numbers there. Might come out with a free kick. Harvey's got the ball. Filkey was first in. Thompson. Hocking again. This time the ball punched away. Spills free on centre wing. Good tackle by Tregenza. Burke finally. Daniels. Harding. Down towards half forward. Lee. Maynard. Marshall. Inside the square. Throws running freely. Good long kick. And Danny Frawley. Delightful mark in front of Hodges. Seems to have copped one on the face there too. A little bit of a bruise. Laurie. McAdam. Thompson late. Was he off?
I think he was, Pete. He took a step.
He is now. A much-travelled footballer is Gilbert McAdam. McIntyre at the back. Cracker. Loses out. Low. 20-metre hand pass. Will it sit for Dwyer? Oh, good hip and shoulder by Smart. Smart again. He might give away a free kick. Finally the ball's pushed out. Or was it a push to St Kilda? It's holding the ball.
Well done by the Crows. You feel they've got a sniff here, and all of a sudden they've lifted their work rate.
He's been solid. Smart. Nigel Smart. Oh, that's unusual to see Lowe drop the ball. Chance there for Dean Rice on the left foot. A high floater towards half-forward. Maynard thumps it to ground. Danger here because Jimmy Cracker's got it from 40 metres. He straightens up. He slams a goal. Was it touched? I don't think so. No, it's a goal.
Third goal to Jimmy Cracker. 52 plays 66. Under a minute and a half left in this quarter. Jarman. Kane Taylor. Morris in front. A wrestle. Dwyer. He got the nice hefty hip and shoulder only about a couple of minutes back. Marshall off the ground. Kicks it out of bounds. Throw in left half forward flank, or just short of that position for St Kilda. 1 minute remaining in the quarter. Excellent crowd tonight. 16,729 to see the Crows' first visit to Melbourne. G. McIntyre was grabbed there. The umpire says nothing for it. Rice, high. Cracker. Will get a free kick. Advantage well played. Picked up by Bowie. A shot at goal. It'll be handy if it's there. It's a mark. Kitchke. He plays on. And goals. So 2 quick goals. First of all by Jimmy Cracker and then by Kitchke. Have given St Kilda some breathing space, and the Saints lead by 20.
Well, they have got the potential in their forward line to score a lot of goals, and Kitchke now playing at full forward, low centre half forward. They have got the marking power if they can get the ball down there. There's a free kick against Scott Lee. The advantage paid. And the long kick by Bowie and the height of Kitchke there. Very easy goal. Not enough pressure applied by Bartlett. Just allowed him to walk around.
Well, how things change so quickly. There's Harding. To Harvey. Quick hand pass. Thump by Thompson. Back it comes to Lowe. Stuart Lowe. St Kilda getting up into another gear. The flyer was Morris. Here's McGuinness to McDermott onto Maynard. Maynard kicking long. Now Hodges should get to this one. And he does. A good mark and a good lead and a beautiful kick. And this will give him a bit of confidence if he can kick this. He's goalless so far on Danny Frawley, but he wouldn't be the first full forward that's copped that.
He's only kicked one behind so far, and you wouldn't want to be relying on him. From what we've seen, Pete, his kicking has been poor in these 2 matches.
Oh, this is a vital kick. He kicks from 50 metres, the drop punt, and I think he's kicked it. A very handy goal on the siren. Goal to Scott Hodges. 3/4 time here at Waverley. St Kilda lead 10-12-72 to the Adelaide Crows 8-10-58.